Hey everyone, welcome to the Wisdom Path. If you're tired of being busy all the time but not really getting anywhere, this video is for you. Today we're going to break down a truth that changed my life. Seriously, a truth that can help you get more done with less stress. This is about doing less but achieving more. So if you're someone who's always overwhelmed, always running out of time, stay with me. Because by the end of this video, you'll start seeing your to-do list and maybe your whole life in a new way. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We drop videos every week to help you grow, stay focused, and live smarter. Let's get into it. Part 1. The rule that changes everything. Have you ever heard of the 80-20th rule? It's also called the Pareto Principle. Sounds fancy, I know, but it's super simple. Basically, it says 80% of your results come from just 20% of your efforts. Think about that for a second. Out of everything you do in a day, most of it isn't actually moving you forward. That hit me hard when I first heard it. Like, I was spending hours checking emails, organizing stuff, doing all this busy work. But what actually got me results, whether it was in my career or even relationships, it was just a few key actions. Let me give you an example. Back when I was trying to grow my small business, I was working 12-hour days, stressing out, burned out. Then I started tracking where the actual results were coming from. Turns out, most of my income came from just 2 clients. And most of my stress came from everything else. So I made a change. I focused on those 2 clients. I dropped half the noise. And guess what? Things got better. Not overnight, but fast. Part 2. Focus on what matters most. Here's the big lesson. Most things don't matter, but a few things matter. A lot. That's not just true in business. It's true in life. Let's say you're trying to get in shape. You don't need a 2-hour gym session and a perfect diet. What really works? For most people, it's walking 30 minutes a day and cutting sugar. Small things, high impact. You gotta ask yourself, what's my 20%? What's the 20% of actions that bring me 80% of the results? Once you know that, double down on it, triple down on it, cut the rest. Part 3. Say no a lot more often. Here's something that changed everything for me. Learning to say no. Most of us say yes way too often, to things we don't want to do, to people who drain us, to tasks that don't matter. But every time you say yes to something meaningless, you're saying no to something meaningful. It's hard at first, especially if you're a people pleaser, but you've got to protect your time, your energy, your focus. Tony Robbins once said, "Where focus goes, energy flows." If your focus is scattered, so is your life. Start saying no without guilt. No to meetings that go nowhere. No to drama. No to distractions. You'll be shocked how light you feel. Part 4. Kill the low-value tasks. Let's be honest. Most of us spend way too much time doing things that don't actually matter. Scrolling social media, rewriting emails, organizing our desktop folders. It feels like work, but it's not real progress. You know what helped me? I made a list. I wrote down everything I did in a typical week. Then I asked myself, what actually moves the needle? Turns out, about 80% of what I was doing wasn't necessary. So I started delegating, automating, or just dropping stuff. That gave me hours of my life back, and more peace of mind than I've had in years. Part 5. The myth of doing it all. There's this lie we're told, that successful people do it all. That's not true. Successful people do less, but they do it with focus. Brian Tracy said, "If you have to eat 2 frogs, Eat the ugliest one first. We laugh at that quote, but it's true. Do the hard, high-impact thing first, and skip the rest, if you can. Trying to do everything will leave you tired, scattered, and average. But doing a few things really well, that's where excellence lives. Part 6. Get better. Slowly, daily. The 80-20th mindset isn't about being lazy, it's about being smart. And one thing I've learned, small daily improvements create big changes over time. You don't have to overhaul your life in a weekend. Just improve 1%. Every day. Read a little more. Move a little more. Rest a little better. Progress compounds, like interest in a bank account. You won't notice it at first, but after a few weeks, a few months, it adds up, and suddenly, you're in a different place. Mentally, emotionally, maybe even financially. Part 7. Rest is productive. Here's the last piece, and it's a big one. Rest is not a luxury, it's a strategy. We live in a hustle culture, always grinding, always on. But your brain needs space. Your body needs recovery. You're not a machine. You're a human. And humans need rest to create, to think, to grow. Some of my best ideas didn't come when I was working. They came on a walk, in the shower, on a quiet afternoon doing nothing. Protect your rest, like you protect your work. Sleep more. Disconnect. Breathe. Real talk. What this means for you. Let me ask you something. What if you stopped chasing everything and focused on just the few things that really move your life forward? What if you said no to the noise and yes to the essentials? What if your best life was just less away? Because it's not about doing more, it's about doing what matters. So here's your challenge. This week, write down everything you do, all of it. Then ask yourself, what's the 20% that brings me 80% of the peace, joy, results? Cut the rest. Just try it. You don't need to be perfect, just be intentional. That's it for today, friends. If this message hit home, do me a favor, give this video a like, and drop a comment below. What's one thing you're cutting this week? And don't forget to subscribe to The Wisdom Path. Every week we share ideas that help you live better, not busier. Until next time, stay clear, stay focused, and take care of your time. See you soon.